Just got done shooting with the beautiful Christina,
Christina.
and hopefully she likes the turnout, and I appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you so much for shooting.
Alright, first things first, I want to apologize if my color grading is off, my lighting is off. I'm trying some new things here. I had redid my office. Yeah, it kind of threw a lot of things off. Alright, so I did something new. I did my first docu-style interview as a solo crew. So basically I ran everything, wanted to capture multiple angles. So this was my first time hands-on. I did everything from lighting, audio, and which was a learning process, right? And made a lot of mistakes. I'll go in detail about that at the end of the video. Prior to this, I did quite a few video gigs. I was mainly a B-cam operator, capturing the BTS. I did some events as well. It was just more of capture the moments, putting that together. I didn't have to worry about making edits. I didn't have to worry about trying to storytell from that. Although I did make a few videos from the B-cam footage. So I learned a lot from that. This opportunity came up. I had approached a friend of mine who happened to be a real estate investor. I pitched her the idea of a docu-style interview, and this was about a few months ago, and she finally reached out to me. Hey, let's go ahead and give it a shot. So I had to get my stuff ready. I had lighting, I had audio, everything set up. This is the gear that I used. The A cam was the Sony FX3. Pretty much my go-to camera. It's what I'm using right now for my talking head videos. It's just my old reliable. Shot at S-Log3. I really probably should have just did S-Cinetone, paired it with the Sony 50mm 1.2 G Master. My favorite focal length that's easier for me to work with. For audio, I used the Sennheiser MKE600 connected to the XLR handle for the Sony FX3. I didn't want to use the DJI mic because I didn't want the mics to show. I wanted to do a more cleaner look. I brought my C-stand to hang the mic. Now also connected to my FX3, I also had a V-mount battery. That way I didn't have to worry about having to swap out the batteries. To my B-cam. Now the B-cam, I kind of had struggled with. The camera I use, pretty much overkill. I mean, that's my only other Sony camera I have is the Sony A9 III. I had that for my B-cam. Now I did make a couple mistakes on my B-cam, which I'll go on towards the end of the video. So I had the B-cam, I had the angle to the side to catch more of a profile. I had the Sony 24-70 G Master 2. I had it roughly around 50 to 70 millimeter focal length. I also had the Sony ECM B1M capture audio on the B-cam. So that was kind of like my backup audio, and then also what I used to sync up the footage using the waveforms in DaVinci Resolve. Now on this one, I didn't have a V-mount batteries. I ended up having to swap out batteries one. I had no hassles there except for the mistakes that I made. Now for lighting, I didn't want to use natural light. I wanted something more consistent, something more controlled, because with natural lighting, you never know. Now the lighting did change during the shoot because I kept walking in front of the light. For the constant light, I used the Nanlite FS300B bicolor light. It was actually more than what I needed, I guess, because it was still a fairly lit room. For the most part, I had it running at 5%. The other thing I had was the Adamus Ninja 5. I had that connected to the A cam to where and see how she's positioned on camera. Now the whole shoot lasted about 2.5 hours because we were just throwing out ideas. I was able to put together about 8-9 videos that she could use, that she could send to her editor. So the mistakes that I made. First mistake that I made was on the B cam, I accidentally shot in S-Cinetone instead of S-Log3. My issue with color grading is I'm colorblind. So I try my best, but that's just one of the challenges that I have to work with. One thing I need to work on is communication. Just because I know what I'm trying to do and I know the vision I had in my head doesn't mean they understand the vision that I have going on. Kind of have to learn how to communicate better, and the vision I was wanting was something different because I just wanted to add something that she already had. I wasn't trying to replace what she had going on, but just to add another dimension to what she had already in place. She was expecting one thing and my vision was another thing.
My name is Christina, and I specialize in a department of real estate where most investors and flippers do not focus on. I like the whole watching the whole project come to play, right? From start to finish. It's the most rewarding thing, right? You put it all together all the way to the closing day, go through all the and like, wow, I made it.
At the end, it's all about what the client wants. We have to deliver what they want. Other thing that I could learn from is the angles. I should have paid more attention. I was mainly focused on the A cam. I need to focus on the B cam and repositioning. When she repositioned, she was more to the side, and when that happened, I should have adjusted the B cam. That is one of the mistakes I made, and be sure to learn from next time, if there is a next time. Another thing that was racing through my head is lighting. I wish I could have done something to add more contrast to the shot. Maybe hang up a blanket to get more negative fill. That's something I need to work on. So yeah, man, after this shoot, a lot of thoughts were just racing in my head on how I could have done everything better. And it's just all a learning process. You know, this is my first time. You know, we all start somewhere. I'm not trying to make excuses myself and just need to get better. All in all, is, you know, I was fortunate enough that somebody who's willing to take a chance on me on doing this video. If you guys have any tips, you know, leave a comment down below. If you're at this point of the video, I thank y'all for watching.
This is why you should never work with your friends. I'm here doing work and she's doing dishes on my time.
Oh, think of something you want to talk about. We'll brainstorm and clear my mind real quick. Like, I went to this one workshop, and the dude was like, "Oh, I got into real estate. My dad gave me $10,000." I'm like, dude, I don't want to hear that shit. Show me how you're gonna do it without nobody helping you, right? Because a lot of people, right, don't have anybody helping them. We didn't come from families that had money. Like, oh, here's $10,000. Go buy your first split. Type shit, right? Okay, cool. I don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck, but
Yeah,
you know,
no, man. Like, hey, this is fun. Like,
I know
like,
people like it.
you know,
It's transparency. It's raw. It's uncommon. You know, they're used to the whole fucking traditional, like, hi, would you like it to invest in real estate?
no, man. Like, you can't be the used car salesman.
Yeah. Man, I think everybody gets into this at their first couple years and they got a like list, right? A list of things they want. A lot of it could be material, right? We could start making money. You got material things you want to buy. I think I'm getting past that. You got the car, you got the bags, shoes, you go on trips. Now it's just like, okay, get past that material era and it's like, okay, what can I do now, right? And then you get an instant satisfaction like right then and there, and it's like, what's the next big thing, right? You want to buy, purchase. So I feel like helping others, right? I'm helping each and every deal. I'm able to have one of my friends, and I'm glad that I have good friends that are invested. They want to get into financial freedom, an extra income, or you know, something. So I'm always helping others, right? My friends and family. Somebody needs something. Mama needs a car. Somebody needs some type of debt paid. Everybody needs something, right? So I feel like I'm always there to help a friend, save somebody. So that's where I'm at right now. That keeps me still here. And yeah, like I, I like the whole watching the whole project come to play, right? From start to finish. It's the most rewarding thing, right? You put it all together all the way to the closing day, go through all the bullshit and like, wow, I made it.
I'm trying to push myself to be better than I was yesterday. It's been a journey. For those who subscribe to my channel, thank you. I don't know if I've said it before, but I'll say it again if I have, is I don't have a niche for my channel, and it's basically documenting my hobbies and my thoughts as I go on. And I appreciate every subscriber. I've lost a few, and that's something that I expect because I don't have a niche. So I don't expect much from this channel. And the only thing I do expect is self-development. And for those who continue to stick by me, who interact, engage with me on a positive note, or just criticism, you know, constructive criticism instead of hate, you know, I appreciate that. You know, that every little bit helps on helping me grow. With that being said, man, I'm looking forward to 2025.